What is going on, my fellow addicts? Yes, it is Professor O coming at y'all live here at ChartAddicts on this beautiful Tuesday night. Gonna go ahead and just cover a couple setups. Want to keep this call short, sweet for you guys. So if you guys have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to contact us directly or schedule a one-on-one. We'll be happy to walk through anything. All right. So without further ado, I'm gonna just go ahead and share the screen and get straight to it. Okay. So the first setup I want to show you guys is AUDUSD. Reason I'm liking this setup is just looking off a higher time frame. Okay, we like to identify the trend. Okay, and simply by going up on the weekly, we can see that we are ping-ponging in these yellow zones. Okay, and scaling down to the daily, we are creating a series of lower lows and lower highs. Okay, so now we are at this well-respected support zone, and we are testing this well-respected support zone, you guys. Okay, so we can either have two options play out. All right, we can have price violate the zone, break through it, we get a retest, and we can get a continuation, or price can bounce. It can reject, and we can look to buy price up to our moving average, to the support zone, and to our trend line, which we are favoring. We are favoring the bounce, okay? Scaling down to price, you guys can see we have a strong impulse up, and it looks like it's coming back to retest, and I believe it is at a 71 fib retracement. Okay, so now what we have to do is just wait for some reversal, some rejection for our entry. Okay. Again, we are back at a well-respected support zone, and price is testing the zone, so we'd like to see some rejection before we can execute. All right, price is setting itself up. It's still not there just yet, so we just have to hold off a little bit on this setup. Okay, AUDUSD, you guys recall we called a sell from the break of this trend line, and we called another sell from this second touch of our trend line, and we are almost at our TPs. Okay. So our stop loss is in break even at the moment, and we're riding this setup all the way to the bottom of this zone. Okay. Had CHF, another trade we called. You can see our entry was down here. All right, if you guys are still in this trade, we called it from this impulse flag correction. We took the setup right over here from this well-respected zone. All right, we had some indecision, a nice hammer rejection. All right, and we took this trade off a 4-hour time frame. Okay, there was a inverted head and shoulders we actually got in here. Okay, so price shot up and it came back down to retest this moving average. Okay, so we still believe it is headed to our target simply with this strong pin bar. Okay, EURCAD, just again looking off on the higher time frame, we are back at this well-respected trend line. Okay, on the weekly, it has multiple touches on it, and scaling down to where price is, you guys can see we have some indecision. So it can potentially get price to pull back. All right, we are getting some divergence on the daily, signifying potential fake out. Okay, so we're looking to execute and just scaling down. We thought we had price break our trend line, but price ended up coming right back. Okay, and scaling down even further, you can see we were essentially creating an inverted head and shoulders. We're looking to execute off this inverted head and shoulders, this impulse flag, and it looked like it broke, but you see it is back in our channel. Okay, so EURCAD, EURCHF. All right, we believe this is due for some correction. Just simply going off a higher time frame, you guys can see we had a strong wick rejection, a strong hammer. Okay, that closed right next to where our last weekly close was. All right, if we manage to break above, all right, so you have a strong impulse, looks like it's creating a flag. We could have another impulse to break us out of this down channel. If we have a strong impulse retest, potential inverted head and shoulders, we can potentially execute off this buy and ride price up. Okay, simply just going off again on the higher time frames, we are seeing price reject. Okay, EURCHF is another pair. It's setting itself up. We just have to be a little bit more patient. Okay, EURJPY, we are in this setup. It broke our flag with a strong daily close that engulfed almost 5-6 days of price action. We had a retest, all right, and we're looking to get some continuation. Okay, TP1, TP2 is past swings on this, and touches on this trend line. Okay, so it looks like we are creating a impulse and a flag correction. Okay, we're looking for that impulse again. Okay, Euro JPY, Euro NZD, really liking this setup on a higher time frame. Okay, going off a higher time frame, you guys can see we have a potential left shoulder, head, and right shoulder that is created. All right, we have a well-respected neckline. Okay, and essentially we have a trend line, 1-2 touches on this trend line. Okay, so what we can see prices potentially pull back up to this 61 fib in confluence with our moving average, in confluence with another, with another left shoulder, head, and a potential right shoulder. Okay, so we're looking for price to retest, and we can sell this to our extension zone. We have our confluence with our neckline and some confluence with our moving average as well. Okay, so again, we have a bigger inverted head and shoulder. A bigger head and shoulders pattern here, and then we have another one just scaling down. Okay, and you guys can see we have a well supported zone in the past. Okay, so we're looking to execute our trade off this area. Okay, again, scaling down even further, we have even more confluence with our daily moving averages. Okay, so we can see price pull back to this, again, to the 61 fib, looking to enter and sell it down to our extension. Okay, before we execute this trade, we obviously have to wait for a little bit more reversal. We can't just go ahead and get in just like that. We would like to see, again, some reversal, maybe a pin bar, engulfing, whatever it may be to entice us to get into the trade. Okay. Pound AUD. All right, we called, I believe, a sell on this, and I'm really, really liking this sell, you guys. This setup and I believe NZDCAD are two setups that are in position to happen or in position to execute on. Okay, all the other setups, we have to hold off just a little bit for them to get to position. Okay, but the reason I say this is just going off again on the higher time frame. It's the monthly time frame. You guys can see we had a strong impulse, a flag correction. It hit our 61 fib. You guys can see we have two trend lines. We have one down here and one that it's touching right now. Okay, and it looks like it is violating our trend line. All right, and price did end up breaking below our moving average. Okay, so scaling down to the weekly. All right, you guys can see we did manage to get some rejection off our moving averages. All right, we had price hit our trend line. We ended up rejecting off of it right here, and then rejecting off of it again. Okay, and this week it looks like it is engulfing the last two previous candlesticks, which is really nice. Okay, this is enticing. Okay, for us as retail traders. Okay, it looks like it's breaking our trend line, and it does look like it is retesting. And if we scale down even further, we can see this. Okay. Personally, would like to see a little bit of a deeper retracement. Okay, at least the 1.77400, that would be a nice entry. But if it does not manage to get up there, this green zone is a nice sell area. Okay, you can see it's retesting our last swings. Okay. And again, I would like to see it just retest a little bit before we continue further. Okay, and that would be the bottom of these swings right here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 days of price action. All right, but again, just going off a higher time frame, really liking this setup. The monthly, the weekly are playing out. The daily, strong rejection that engulfed last almost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. And if you guys recall, we did call the setup up here. We said if it does break, we can look for a sell, and it smashed almost 200 pips to the downside. Okay. NZDCAD, another pair. The reason we like this setup Okay, just going off a higher time frame, you guys can see we have an inverted head and shoulders. Okay, a strong impulse, and it looks like it's retracing. And just looking at the size of this candlesticks compared to these ones, you guys can see these are much smaller. Okay, much smaller in size. Okay, the bodies are smaller compared to this body. Okay, we have a well-respected support zone. Measuring it from the top swing low to the swing high, we have a 61 fib where it's currently sitting at now. Scaling down to the weekly. All right, here we have an impulse and it looks like a flag correction. Okay, and scaling down, all right, to where price is now. Okay, we can zoom in further. We can see price is also creating another inverted head and shoulders. Okay, we have the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. All right, so we're looking to ride this up TP1, TP2. Okay, so again, this setup is almost ready. We just have to wait for a little bit more confirmation to get into the trade. All right, a daily pin bar or engulfing would be awesome. All right, but it is the higher time frames are setting, price is setting itself up. Okay, NZDJPY breaker bounce situation. I was hoping price can come back, at least back up to here, so we can sell it. Okay, it did break our initial trend line, which was here. Okay, and now we have our second trend line here. All right, and if it breaks this, it'll be another added confirmation for us to get into the sell. All right, so we have two options playing out, you guys. All right, our first option, we can have price pullback. We can wait for that sell. All right, and now it would make a nice head and shoulders for us. Or price can simply just break now, breaker bounce, retest, continuation. All right, so this is what we are looking to execute on, and it can influence with the trend line, it can influence with the support and resistance in the past, and it can influence with our moving average. And it looks like it is rejecting our trend line. All right, so if we do get a potential 9 p.m. close, so is this the new 4 o'clock candlestick? I believe this is the last one. So it did break our 4-hour moving average. Okay. So if we do manage to stay below this trend line, this is actually looking like a nice sell, and it's looking like NZD/USD. Okay, you guys can see we did call the sell on this. All right, I want to wait for a little bit more violation of the trend line to call it. All right, you guys got to keep in mind that price can tip over the trend line. It needs to definitely close, okay, for it to be considered a reversal. All right, for it to violate the trend line. All right, for example, you guys can see we broke, retested, and we had even price come even further. So this obviously rejected our trend line. Okay, and we sold off these 4-hour pin bars, and you guys can see price is dropping. Okay, so we are currently in profits on this setup. All right, TP1, 50 pips, but I'm aiming for this TP zone right here. All right, so you guys can take partials and ride the rest. All right, I believe it's 120 pip move, 125 pip move. Okay. USDJPY, last setup, you guys, I believe. Awesome. Yeah, last setup. All right, just going off a higher time frame. All right, I'm seeing price break these levels. Okay, price first violated our trend line. Okay, signifying a reversal. Okay, we had price also create, looks like it's creating a head and shoulders formation. I was looking for a little bit of a deeper retracement, maybe to the moving average. All right, and then we can take off again. All right, again, we finished our Elliott wave formation. Okay, we had that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now we're looking for that ABC correction. Okay. So other than that, that's it. Again, I want to keep this call short, sweet for you guys. These setups can happen within, the next couple of weeks. All right, they are setting themselves up, and most of them are swings. Okay, so we have a lot of opportunities. All right, Setups that are in position, again, it would be GA, NZDCAD is setting up, and I believe AUDUSD, we have to wait for a daily close. AUs that are take profit. Just to recap, CAD chef almost on our way to TP, our target. EA, it looks like it's rejecting. Okay. If those of you who are conservative want to wait for a strong impulse, retest, and then continuation of these zones right here, this would be a nice entry. Okay, EURCHF, we're waiting for a break. EURJPY, we are in this setup. Okay, and in profits, EURCHF looking for a sell at the 61. All right, and then we have some confluence with the 61. Again, the 61 inverter and our head and shoulders and our moving average. GA looking for a sell. NZDCAD looking for some rejection before we can execute this trade. All right, you guys. NZDJPY, if we wait for a stronger close, all right, we could potentially execute a sell on this. Okay. And NU in profits. UJ honestly would like to see a little bit of a deeper retracement, at least to 108, 100. Okay, for another re-entry would be nice, or a better entry. I apologize. All right, but that's it for you guys. Again, if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact us. God bless everyone for hopping on. If you guys have any questions, you know where to reach us. All right. Hope everyone has a wonderful day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.